Are you infusing your passion into your business so that your business lasts longer, its longevity is better, and you enjoy the process as time goes past? You know, business is an art, and passion often fuels creativity and drives artists to express themselves authentically. And I know, because you listen to this, that you believe showing up in your business authentically is important. And so passion then, at least by my logic, should fuel our businesses. So I just wanted to share with you a bit about what I'm passionate about, and hopefully listening to this motivates you or sparks some ideas in your mind to infuse your business with a bit more of your passion. Now let me back up a moment and say that phrase, do what you love and you'll never work another day in your life. I kind of agree with that, but not like 60%. I agree with it like 40%. I believe if you do something long enough and become good at it, then passion for that will develop. I just kind of wanted to share with you. One of the loneliest times for me after I got stuck outside of China because of the pandemic it wasn't because my life was falling apart, which it was, but it was because for me, growing an online business transitioned from meeting and collaborating with people in real life to primarily working from home behind a computer screen, and just Zoom calls was the only connection. And you know, I realized that I'm not cut out just to be behind the screen. I noticed the subtleties, the things that really did fire me up about going into a workplace or seeing people in real life. But then just working behind a screen, it's like the only interaction you have is just business, business, business. Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? I need this now, you know, if you're the boss. But in real life, you know, there's all of these insignificant interactions which do add up to relationships. Not that, hold on, wait a second. I did not say relationships are insignificant. What I mean and what I'm picturing and what I'm trying to verbally communicate are all of the what we think could be insignificant little interactions throughout the day at a workplace or just in person that build up to or all combined to equal like this feeling that I know somebody, and hopefully that you like the people that you work with or that you interact with on a daily basis. I miss all that. So where am I going with this? There's a few changes that I'm pondering, and it's okay to ponder and share about it. So I'm going to share about it with you, and hopefully this gives you an idea. But by the way, if we haven't met yet, my name's QUÄY.jo. I'm a Facebook ads manager and I'm an online course creator, a fledgling online course creator for the second time around. And I think it's an honor to continue to help you get tips and tricks and strategies to scale your business up into the high six figures. So over the past year, I just noticed and have paid attention to and, you know, talked to my wife about the best parts of doing business. And the parts that excite me the most were the people parts, like just the human interaction. Group calls from the fall where I helped other folks, online course creators, face to face with Facebook ads and kind of looking at their opt-in pages and sales pages and troubleshooting their funnels. I loved those, and I looked forward to those. And those at the time were only part of the founding member launch for the Lead Gen Cheat Code. That's my relatively new course that teaches you the same strategies and setup techniques and tactics that I use to manage my clients' lead gen ads so you can do it for yourself. I just enjoyed delivering, like being on Zoom with them. Those calls were only for a short period of time because they were part of a founding member launch for the course. But then I was thinking, I want to bring those calls back into my offer. And you know, I really enjoy strategy calls where I get to connect with my Facebook ads clients. And I really, really enjoy, they say when you use really, really, really a lot that your vocabulary needs to be better. I will fully admit, like, I get happy when copywriters say you're supposed to talk to folks on like a sales page and in emails at a third grade level, because that's about the level I could communicate at. So I really enjoyed collaborating in video. If you've seen on Instagram, you're starting to see more and more video collaborations with other people that serve the same niche, but in a complementary way. And I enjoyed these podcast collab episodes. And Jordan Gill, she was on episode titled How Collabs Can Explode Your Business Growth. She inspired me because she's making a transition in her business too, to focus more on collaborating. And she inspired me that, you can infuse your passion into your business, if not pivot your business to directly be related with your passion. Now, I'm not changing up the art of online business or changing up my craft of Facebook ads management, but what I am going to do is bring more of the people element back into my business after some thinking, some soul searching, if you will, with my wife, and some praying with Jesus. I'm not completely sure yet how that looks, but I know it lights me up, and I know that I was created to connect with people. I'm getting out from just behind the camera in 2024. So I'm thinking about podcasts and how I hear lots from guests who've made it on other podcasts, but not so much from guests who are in the process of making it, who are still, in the trenches, building their business. They have some wins, but they've also had some recent losses of which the taste is still in their mouth. One thing I'm thinking about changing is adding a segment that starts to also put a spotlight and interview some course creators that are on the rise. And then I'm also thinking about including a group coaching component with my offer, the Lead Generation Cheat Code. But what I am really thinking about? Connecting with you in the DMs on Instagram. Because, especially if you have a podcast or you create video for YouTube or TikTok or any other social media, it feels like one-way communication sometimes. So what do you think? One, about your own business. How could you infuse a little more of your passion into your business? And then two, what do you think about a group coaching element being added to a Facebook ads lead generation course? And three, what do you think about having folks, course creators on the rise, featured in a segment on this podcast where, we dialogue back and forth. Maybe we look at their funnel a little bit. They get a chance to share some of their wins, what's working for them, but also share what didn't work from them. You can DM that to me on Instagram at QUAY.jo, QUAY.jo. I am in a challenge right now. It's a 5-day challenge. And the leader of that challenge said, if you want to be successful, then you need to focus on doing what the top 5% of people are doing to be successful. That's important. But what's also important? Not doing what the 95% of people who aren't successful are doing. And so that's where I'm getting kind of this, I already had the inspiration to include course creators who are on the rise as a new segment in this podcast, but that's where I'm getting it from. So many of the podcasts out there, it's like an interview, an hour with somebody who's already made multiple 6 figures annually in their business, and you're learning their tips and tricks. And you don't really hear about the grind. Some podcasts talk about their rise, and kind of the trials and tribulations they had as they were building up their businesses. But I still haven't heard very many podcasts that actually are interviewing people who are in the middle of it, the wins and the losses. Because in some of those losses, some of those failed attempts, and I'm sure you can identify with me because I've had failed launches in my past. I don't know about you, but in those are lessons too.